Oh, wait. You know what? I bet I
Thank
have
you.
this in.
Hi.
I was like, why isn't Jason unmuting? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I have it.
You muted me.
I did. I have it in presentation mode. Sorry, it's a
Right.
fallover from my webinars. So, all right, I will.
No problem.
I will. There we go.
Okay. Great.
There we go.
Cool.
So I didn't know you wrote a book. I mean, I knew you were writing
Yeah.
a book, but I didn't know it got published. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
read it.
Oh, okay,
I
cool.
might.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna order a
Go
copy.
on. Thank you. Yeah, it's on Amazon.
Amazon. Okay, awesome. Cool.
Yeah, I think
Good
in the
reviews?
U.S. it's well, so far, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
not as many reviews as I would like, but
Mm-hmm.
two professional reviews so far, which is not
Great.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it comes out at the end of this week in the U.S., but you can pre-order it
Oh.
now.
All right.
Like in
Fantastic.
Canada, it's already out, but in the States, it's
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Hope they're not having any trouble getting on. They did ask if they needed to use Chrome, so I gave them the link to get in through the app too, but I don't know. And they came to us through PCCW?
No, through another guy, a guy who used to be at
Okay,
PCCW.
that's Yossi. Okay. All right. Let me send them a quick note. I like that they can offer us dial-in numbers in some of the countries that we don't have any access to right now. That would be fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is cool.
Where did they say it was? Angola, Nairobi, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep, I think so. Yep, Angola, Nairobi, Zambia, Botswana, Mozambique. Wow. Okay.
Do you want to send them a quick note and just make sure
I
they're
did.
okay?
I did.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did. Okay.
I did. Yeah. Good news about Elastic, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that is good. See if they actually sell anything.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. He's only on.
Viewing.
He's having trouble.
Oh,
there we go.
Greetings from Namibia, Colvin and James here.
Hi, guys.
Hi, James. Hi, Colin.
Let's do video as well.
And allow.
Oh, you got, yeah. You can turn on our video. Are you? Oh, there. Okay. Oh, there you go. You're both on one connection.
That's it. Yeah, we've tried the boardroom.
Yeah, we were trying to connect to the boardroom and it wouldn't allow us to.
Yeah, so then we just jumped.
Oh, okay. Got it. But you didn't have any trouble. Did you connect through Chrome or did you end up going through the app?
We're using Chrome at the moment. I think Colvin installed the app. I just went straight into Chrome.
Okay.
Good.
All right. It was easy.
Great.
Connect, clicked, everything connected for you. All right, good. That's the way it's supposed to go. Yeah. So.
Okay. From my perspective, I normally join using Chrome. I don't use the app. I haven't downloaded the app as it had a bit of a day. So I've had experience or exposure to Entwine, which is what PCCW use, because of one of their previous employees who has it as a personal account. So whenever I have conferences with him, he uses Entwine, but I don't know all the details about what is available, and that's why James is sitting here, because James understands all those.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Just quickly, far too much credit.
Yeah. Well, so Jason wants to pop in to say hi too, because he kind of connected us all with Yossi.
Hi.
So he's in Toronto. I'm in Florida, and you guys are way far away. And I think it looks great on my end. So I don't know about how everybody else thinks, but it's all clear and I can hear you. High def. Same over there. Good.
Yeah, I think we've got quite a good, about 900 megabits, I think.
That makes a big difference. You can also, I have to dash off to another meeting, so I hope you get everything out of this this call, guys. But I just wanted to say hi. Some of the fun stuff that I hope Cara shows you is how you can adjust your resolution. So if you are in a very high bandwidth area, you can adjust it so that you're broadcasting in 1080p if you wish, and your users can also adjust it as they see fit as well. But we're using an MPLS network for this. It's supplied by PCCW, so anytime we do any sort of deal on an enterprise level, we tend to give the top end of the mesh network to the customers that we've got. However, it's also available to be kind of repurposed through your own network if you like, and you can do that either fully or partially. So if you've got your own MPLS that you want to make use of globally, we can adjust things so that all the termination and all of the routing is done via that, or we can use ours and partially yours or whatever. But you guys are telco guys, you know how important it is to have that very sophisticated mesh for the high quality that we're experiencing right now.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to just dash, but I just wanted to associate my face with the name and leave you in good hands with Cara. But I hope that this becomes an integral part of Paratus internally, as well as being a reseller project for you, because I think that you guys could really make some good bucks out of this. As many people have identified, it's a very good point of differentiation for you to be able to have a meeting and show the quality of your network and the quality of your service using a tool like this. People just get it when they're on a really good meeting call, especially when it's something that's triangulated like we've got here, where it's like Florida, Toronto, and Africa. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope to see you guys at some point and enjoy a beer. But I'll leave you in good hands with Cara for now. And yeah. Okay, guys.
All right.
Take
Bye,
it
Jason.
easy.
Thanks for
Bye.
popping in.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay, cool. So let's see. You can pin. So I'm not sure what.
Where are you based in?
Where am I based?
Yep.
I work from home, so you can probably see that, right? Yeah. So I'm in. Are you familiar with Florida at all?
Well, I flew via Miami about 3 weeks ago.
There you go. That's all right. That's fine. I'm in southwestern Florida, so not as hot as Miami, but we're about 3 hours, a little bit farther north and west from Miami. Okay. So, but I just moved here. I actually lived in the Chicago area my entire life. I literally just moved here in December. So we're like enough.
Is that in line with Orlando, but then just going to the coast? Or what?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. We're in Gulf. Well, I'm on the Gulf side, so you would kind of go the other way side. To get to the. Yeah, I'm on the Gulf side. Yeah, on the other side. So, yeah, it's nice. I quite enjoyed winter this year. Let me tell you, it was nice. So, so I'm recording this so that you guys can see what happened, because a lot of something Jason likes to say is some of the coolest things about the meeting happen after the meeting. I don't know if you've had any experience when you used it with PCCW with our AI bot Q that actually is now transcribing and no, not okay. So Q is, if you enable it, it'll actually pop in as part of the recording process and provide post call a transcript of the meeting. It's very accurate. It's using the Google technology to translate, and more importantly, it gives you like a hashtag cloud, a summary of everything that happened in the call. I'll show that to you so you can get a little better idea of what it looks like afterwards. And it allows you to like pinpoint exactly in the recording where something was said if you wanted to. It's really kind of cool to, as a nice history, categorized history of all of your recorded calls. So we'll look at that in a minute. But just in terms of this, which the in-call page, it does everything you would expect it to do, right? So we're all on video. I will be sharing my screen too. So that just is a matter of, popping into the share button and sharing your screen. And again, I'll go through, that's really nothing exciting. I'll share my screen a little bit more in a minute. We have a whiteboard as well. So you can do a shared whiteboard. Full moderator controls. So I can, mute everybody out except for myself if I'm doing a webinar or a presentation style meeting. Question and answer mode. So if you can have people raise their hand if you want to unmute them to do like an organized question and answer session. I don't know if you found the chat panel yet, but that's if you hover on, not yet, okay. So if you take your mouse and you hover on the right hand side of your screen, you'll see a little toolbar slide out, and there's a chat bubble there. You see that? You can chat, put things in there. You can upload documents to present as well. So of course it does all of those things. You can, as Jason was saying, I'll show you that since she brought it up. You have the ability to go into your settings, and I hope you can see that. But we have right here, I can change my default if I want to broadcast in a higher resolution. I can change that right from the settings icon. If you want to do that, you can do that. The default right now is 540, but it goes all the way up to the HD.
See the change on the screen.
Yeah, did it change for you? Okay, it's hard for me to tell because I'm making a little, yeah, but it looks better. And I'm just on a residential internet, so it's not.
Sorry, Cara, so we're trying to change it on our side to a 1080. Any particular reason why it would just jump back to the default?
Did it do that?
Yeah.
Okay, mine did. Oh, yeah.
It's probably you controlling it, possibly as the moderator, maybe.
I don't know. You know what? Now that you mention it, it looked like I saved it, but it didn't save it for me either. So I don't know. Maybe the devs are working on this or something. I'll have to find out because it didn't save it for me. So I'll show you what I mean. I think I know exactly what you're saying. You go in here and change it.
Correct.
Yeah.
It looks like it jumps back. Yeah, I don't know. It's not supposed to. I'll have to see what the developers say about that, and follow up. I'm not sure if maybe they're working on something. So let me follow up with that. So in terms of the in-call page here, are there any questions about the functionality, anything other than why that didn't work, but things that you would have been looking for in like a presentation style online meeting?
I think the UI is obviously very clean and crisp, and it looks good. Nice, easy to use.
It is. Yeah, it is very easy to use. And of course, people can dial in as well. So there's no prerequisite to connect in the online meeting. You can use, you can dial in with a phone and enter a code and just listen to the meeting too. Visually, what you would see if somebody did that is you'd see a panel, but it would have portion of the dial-in number there. So let's say their area code, for me, it would be 650-6555, and then the rest of it asterisked out. So you would see that instead. You can have people connect to view only. If, let's say, they don't have good speakers or microphone or whatever, and they just want to call in, they can look at the presentation and then dial in on their phone and listen if that works better for them. So they could actually connect twice if they wanted to.
I've been reading product material. The
cool.
The thing with you sounds quite interesting, whereby we put all of our transcription in. That would be quite nice after a meeting. That's a good feature.
Yeah.
And then your dial-in numbers would probably need to, if we were going to pursue going with reseller or anything along those lines, then we'd probably need to look at something like dial-in numbers in Namibia. I see you've only got Southern Africa at the moment, South Africa, on your list. I think it was 70 countries. We currently do dial-in for the other operator that we use as well.
Let's use our MD meeting that we have per country. So for example, Cara, we've got our MDs in all the countries that dial in for a specific meeting on a VC, and they connect via Mozambique, Zambia, Angola, South Africa, obviously, and Botswana as well. So if we only list that South African number, I mean, is there an option for us to use a local number for them to dial in on, or?
Yeah, so you could provide those, right? So I think that's kind of what Jason was saying. Is like you can provide your own dial-in numbers, and we'll connect those in. And conversely, and I think Yossi might have mentioned this, but we would love to be able to resell those. Is that something you can offer us? Is the ability to sell the dial-in numbers?
No, not really, in the sense that there's only 3 countries or 2 countries right now where we have a number range, because I'm assuming we need to own our own numbers to be able to do that. So yes, we are a fully licensed telco in Namibia and Angola. However, the number ranges that we have is ITU registered in Namibia. However, in Botswana and in Angola, we have a range of numbers which are on an existing pre-approved range belonging to one of the other telcos within those countries. So I would see that as perhaps being challenging.
Fair enough. Yeah, and we'd be happy to. I mean, we have no existing dial-in numbers in Namibia or in Angola, so whatever we can work with you on, we would like to, and then you could use whatever you have available to use on your own, you can use in your platform. So we would do some interop testing.
So in Namibia we could. I mean that would work for us.
Yep.
We could become the African dial-in host for Namibia.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Oh, we can do that actually. That's good to add an additional number in.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great from our perspective. We're always looking to expand our reach, but as you know, it's a little difficult to do that in Africa, in the countries that's highly regulated, and expensive on our end if we can even get there. So it doesn't really fit with our pricing model. But let me show you. So I'm going to start sharing my screen, and I'm going to show you the what's behind like the user login. So if you go to your dashboard, when you log in as a user, just a couple of things. And I don't know, James, did you say did you experience any of this from a user perspective with PCCW? Or is it just you are attending meetings?
No, I'm just attending meetings. So I would get the code via an email, and then Yossi, because it's Yossi who I speak to anyway. So on this platform, it's only Yossi that I speak to on this platform. So I would just get the code from him. I put it in the Google Chrome browser, and it goes in.
And then okay, perfect. So this is new to you. And so what we'll do after this meeting too is, as long as it's okay with you, I'll set you up with your trial account on IOTM, so you can each have user logins and hold your own meetings and just play with it on your own.
We can. Yes.
Yeah.
So I did see the screen when I set up this, because I think I used the screen to set up the meeting. now with this meeting now, I logged in by the screen, or was it free conference?
Maybe it was free conference. It looks very, very similar. Like it's really,
Okay.
this interface looks like free conference. Yeah.
Okay. Because
it does.
I did this.
And maybe, did you maybe set up a trial account on Callbridge already?
I did, yes.
I have
Not on Callbridge, on free conference.
On free conference. Okay. Okay. So, and that's a nice way to kind of dip your toes into the platform. But Callbridge will give you, it'll give you the Callbridge experience, but you'll have a better experience looking at some of the administrator tools that you get with Callbridge as opposed to free conference. So I'll just kind of highlight those. I mean, obviously, you know, you can figure out how to schedule a call and start a call and all of that. So we don't need to do that type of thing. But the first thing I want to show you is these calls where we can, I guess I didn't transcribe that one. So if you wanted to search, let's say for well, I don't know. I'm just going to type a word in here. There. So I just typed in logo, and that's now going to bring up anywhere that either it was in the name of the call or in the transcript or part of the hashtag cloud. So I can go and click on the meeting that I'm looking for, and it will pull up all of that information that Q was compiling during the call. So we'll have the topics, important names, places, that kind of thing, and then the transcript itself. And if I, if I say, okay, well, where did I say Google? It'll take me to any point in that transcript that I actually said that word. I can click on it, and it'll take me to that part of the recording here. So it's a really nice way to be able to go back and reference parts of your. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So, and you can download it. So that's how you would use the smart search. We call it the smart search and summary of the call. So a couple other things to point out. So the dial-in information we've just been talking about is all here. So we'll list all of the areas that we have dial-in numbers for that are available in this area. When you're scheduling, you can actually choose. I'll just show you what dial-in numbers you want to include. So, you would just go through and click, right? And then that's what would actually show up on your invitation if you wanted to provide those to callers. In the settings button, I think there's a couple of things that are good to highlight here. So first and foremost, our pinless entry and text messaging. So for example, if you guys would have joined the call before I joined the call, I would have been notified because my number is in here, and my phone would have popped up with a text message saying, "Hey, James is in your waiting room." Maybe you want to get in there, but at least I'll know when people are in my room before I am if I'm having a call. It gives you text messaging reminders as well, so reminders for your calls, and it also allows you to enter the call if you're dialing in as the organizer without having to enter any of your codes or anything. So basically, if you've got this in here and you dial in from that number, it'll just place you into the call automatically. Pretty quick. What else? Some security features that you might be interested in. You're provided with a dedicated access code and a dedicated moderator PIN, but you can change those at any time. So anytime you want to, you could just click on that, get a brand new code assigned to you. Same thing with the moderator PIN. If you feel like it's just been out there too long, or you just don't want anyone, maybe it's been compromised, you can change it. We also have a security code. It's just another layer that can be added on top of your existing access code. So if you don't want to change it, you can enter a security code that has to be entered now when anyone joins the call, whether that's a dial-in participant or online participant. They need to enter that code in order to join the call. In the scheduling process, we actually have the ability for you to generate a one-time call. So if you don't want to use your default access code, you can generate a code that is good for that date and time only in order to, Yeah, so it's a little better. You could even add the security code on top of that as well if you wanted to make it extra difficult to join in. You can lock your calls. So,
sorry, Sarah, is that why when I join the call, he uses the same? He just uses the default code, so that's why I get the same code every time.
Correct. Yes. Yep. And most people do that, right? Most people just want, they don't want to change anything, like use this code, use this code. But if you've had standing meetings every Monday for a year, maybe that code has just been out there a little too long, and you want to, change it, or you want to get rid of it, or maybe you just want to have a call at 10 o'clock and you're afraid your other call might run into that call. So you can just use a one-time access code. And that way the calls won't bleed into each other the way they would. So there's a lot of ways to manage that as well.
I understand. Yes. Okay.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, so you can also, this is where you would set your preferences. So you could choose to record as a default every call. You were mentioning some of the calls you have and how it would be nice to have a recording of those. So you don't forget, you can choose to record these automatically. You can choose to record just the audio if it makes sense, or the online meeting. You could also live stream these to YouTube. So this only requires that you set up your own YouTube Live dashboard, grab the pieces of information they provide to you, and save it. And then you can live stream any meeting to YouTube, and your audience can be virtually unlimited that way.
I did watch the live stream. It obviously streamed to YouTube, recorded, where the chat couldn't about the pricing.
Yeah. Yes. Right. That can happen too. Let's see. Okay. And so kind of moving into a few of the other things that might be interesting. We do have a full address book functionality here where you can, import your Outlook, your Gmail, whatever it is you want to build your address book. You can build groups, so sales, marketing development, whatever it makes it easier for you to do in the scheduling process. You can set that up here. You could also download the apps. So that link I gave you, that's where these are all housed here.
Yeah. Okay.
And we have an Outlook plugin as well.
Excuse my technical ignorance here, but then you'd use iOS for your phone.
Yes.
And could have an Apple phone, but then for my MacBook,
Correct.
I'll use the macOS.
Yes, yep. I'm on a MacBook Pro, so yep. So that's the app I have downloaded. And then my phone is an Android. So I've already downloaded the CallBridge app for Android, and I can join meetings right from there. So yeah, you're correct. That's how that works.
Right.
The Outlook plugin will put, just a little icon in your Outlook mail if that's what you use, so you can schedule meetings right from Outlook. It basically just populates that invite with your conference details that you've selected. So, for those people who just don't want to leave Outlook, that's a nice plugin they can use for it.
I already installed that plugin on my other notebook, my test notebook. I spent quite a bit of time looking at it over the weekend.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I asked James to have a look at that, and because I will admit I haven't had an opportunity to go into all the, even to go to YouTube to have a look at a video or something. I haven't had the opportunity to do that.
Okay.
But
but that's good.
I've been on the platform with Yossi in the past, so I've experienced that with him, and it's but it's more a case of other people within our organization having some sort of exposure to the platform so that they can make up their own.
Right. Yep. Absolutely. So the other thing that I want to show you is the admin console, because Colin, that's not something that you guys are going to see in free conference. Actually, this is not the one I wanted to show you, but if you are a company administrator, you will have access to a whole other part of the portal that allows you to manage your users. So, we call them hosts, but essentially they're users. So setting that you're creating a new user if you wanted to, you can bulk upload new users. You can delete them, so you're fully in control of that. Generating reports and invoices. We give you all the details for the call, even down to the CDR level. You'll get those. I guess I haven't done any calls here, but you'll get that data. So you'll have the ability to generate reports, export them, download them, transaction history. That's important from a usage perspective, but also as a white label. If kind of lead down that road, it gives you very comprehensive reports for your entire database of customers as well. So.
That's your customer base, basically. Or selling, reselling.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, that's correct. You can, what else can you do here? Oh, of course, the design level. So you might notice that when I popped into this account, it looked a little different than the IOTA one, and that's because any customer, which you'll be a customer, you can customize the design. So you can upload your logo and your icon. This one didn't have an icon, but you could upload that. You can select a theme and choose your colors. So you could actually just put your RGB values in here. Here, you'll see where you could put those in and save those. And so instead of the dashboard looking, green like it did on here, it's going to carry through the color scheme for the customer. Okay. So that's a nice feature for us.
Your own company sort of colors and that, and then by creating a white label to show your own thing, and you can call it whatever you like.
Yes, that's correct. Yes. So, for example, when I set up your trial account, we'll give you. It would be like.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. You could either set your own up, or I could set it up, and you would have, I'm guessing you would have paratus.callbridge.com. Now at the reseller level, and you already know this because if you're dealing with PCCW, they're hosting their own white label instance of Callbridge. So, and they call it Entwine, right? So all of Entwine's customers, are customer abc.entwineconferencing.com. So they're hosting at that level, and then of course we're hosting at the Callbridge level. So all of our customers have that callbridge.com domain.
Okay. So basically, what you're saying, Cara, is that let's say we decide on utilizing the product, we wouldn't actually be using this through PCCW. We'd be doing it directly with you guys.
Yeah. Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Now, because that was one of the concerns that we had. PCCW is obviously a customer of ours, and we are also a customer of theirs, and we were concerned using the Entwine platform because, at the end of the day, there could be a security risk for us.
Sure.
On them having access to conferences or calls that we have at any given time.
Yes, and that would not be a concern here. These are completely separate.
Yeah, and full transcription of the actual meeting as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Very concerning. Okay,
yes,
so that's
yes.
So that's actually very nice to know because that alleviates that risk that we had. Okay, all right.
Yep, and I get the last piece of customization that can happen at a customer level is a greeting. So if each customer has. Each platform would have a set of standard numbers, right? So no matter which customer it is in Callbridge, they can dial our US toll-free number or the New York number. It'll say, welcome to the conference call, and they can access the meeting. However, each customer can request that they have their own dedicated dial-in number loaded into their platform. We charge for it. We'll charge a monthly dollar amount for it. But then we upload a professional greeting, and they can use that as their primary greeting. So instead of saying Callbridge, it might say something like, welcome to the, Anderson Law Firm conference call, or welcome to the, Joe Mechanic conference call. So you can actually quite easily upload your own greeting and have those be played across the, your numbers as you were stating.
Okay.
So it's a nice way to continue that personalization into the dial-in platform as well.
Okay.
Definitely a lot of customization available.
Yeah. Making it your own kind of thing. Well,
Yeah.
the white label side of it, I
Mm-hmm.
suppose. Karen, from our perspective, obviously, I mean, we're not new to the VC platforms. In Namibia specifically, we've been using a platform already, which we provided to a number of our clients. I mean, who do you see as your competitors in the market with regards to, who can compete with you on this level?
Well, here in the US, right, our biggest competitor is going to be Zoom. Zoom is just taken over that entire space at the moment.
Open. Is it those chaps? The chaps that left every single MacBook camera open.
I don't know. Is that
Haven't
right?
they just into a little bit of trouble?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear that. I should. Hold on. Oops, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear that. That's interesting. So I would say Zoom, but GoToWebinar, GoToMeeting, those, Citrix, those customers, just the same thing. Just the big guys have been around for a while. But we compete in the SMB space very well. It's a very intuitive platform. It's easily customizable. I think the interface works a little bit better from a usability standpoint, and I've used all of them. So I mean, I suppose I'm biased, but we've had people tell us that.
You have to know what your competitors are doing in the market at the end of the day.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And we're constantly adding features as well. We have an aggressive roadmap even for the end, coming up to the end of the year. We're adding some more webinar style features to go along with this. So it's, we're in a very development oriented state right now in terms of things we're coming out with the partner level too. So it's it's rapidly changing. It's good.
Okay. But it does look clean and smooth. As I say, it's a nice interface. A different interface to what you're used to, but I mean, they're all similar and copy each other, I expect.
Yeah.
Yours was very good as good interface. The only other thing I would like to know about is your room systems. What's very popular in Namibia and in other parts of Africa is they like to wander into a boardroom, sit down, and look at two big screens.
Yep.
This is where we join the conference now.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it to work through our product. It obviously didn't understand the URL.
Yeah. So SIP connectivity, right? I wish Jason was here. That's kind of he loves to talk about that. So we can absolutely connect boardrooms. One of our strategies in the market is we'll use existing, if you've got some equipment laying around, we'll connect it. So I think all you need is our SIP ID in order to connect your boardroom. I believe I can send that to you, and you can try that out. But we're definitely we're not really in the equipment market, but we have run into customers who want us to quote the whole thing to them, right? So they need a TV and they need monitors, they need this. So Jason will go and quote equipment as well. So you have the ability to either you could use. I mean, I'm sure you can find equipment out there and set people up, but it's all here with us. What you would need to do that for your customers. So you really just need that SIP address in order to connect.
So in other words, you're buying any of your own equipment, like and I don't mean TVs and smart screens and boards, the VC units. So it would be just the VC unit, and then we'd put all the rest in.
I don't know.
I mean, just have a quick look at our room. I mean, this is how generally people like to join the meetings.
Yep.
In one of the.
Yep.
And that is quite popular, and we do build
quite
a few rooms. I've probably built nearly all of them in Namibia.
Yeah, that's why you're sitting in this meeting. I just want to show you the other side as well, because that was the one side, but then obviously the flip side to that is the whiteboard and screen, which we use And typically, as James mentioned, was when we have our internal, our MD meeting, then they would appear on that, the TV screen there with all the different number of people that have dialed in will obviously be on there, and then the camera up there would connect us to them basically, from a visual perspective. Sorry. But yeah, I would like to test that, James. I'd like to see that it can actually work on that camera.
Yeah, let me get you the information on that.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah, that's important for us, especially from a resale point of view.
Sure. Yep. Okay. Just making a note here. Okay. All right, great. Yep, I'll get you more information on that part of it. So can I set your trial account up then after this call? Is that what, and get your user accounts going? Okay.
I'd like to do the MD meeting on this platform then.
Would be great.
Then you'd have to add all the
MDs into.
Yeah.
But don't I then just invite them all? How does it work? You see, this is where my technical side is like.
Yeah. So as a user, you're organizing calls, right? So you don't have to create accounts for everybody that's participating. You just invite them to the call. Yeah. So I'll set up a user account for both of you. If you have others that you also would like to be able to organize the meetings, just let me know. I really just need their email addresses and names, or you can do it too.
No, not at this stage. I think.
Okay.
I think it's the case that we can set up the meeting and then make sure that get the codes out to the guys and they can dial in and we can test it. And I think we're having an MD meeting on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm not privy to that calendar. You can tell.
I think it's on Wednesday. I just need to see whether that's too short notice for us to actually get it up and running.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Obviously, I'd like to test it before we even go into that, because if our CEO is sitting in that meeting and it doesn't work, oh my God, I can tell you.
No, we don't want that. Nope.
Never going
to.
No. So we might not push it.
No, so I might not push it for this Wednesday.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. But that would have been a great platform to actually test it on. I mean, that would have really been
nice.
But maybe if you could set up the test account so that we can, so that I can also then schedule any calls that I need to have take place, then I can do it via this platform as opposed to via our existing platform, and then I can test it out, especially because I've got guys dialing in from the DRC, obviously Israel, Nigeria, where else? Zimbabwe. So immediately there, I look at two countries that has got bandwidth constricted. Put it that way. So that'll be interesting. I mean, even via a Skype call, Skype conference call, which I did with them. The one guy had to switch off his video because it just couldn't handle the feed with 6 guys being on the call. It was difficult.
It was overwhelming.
So yeah. So if I can test it via that, then that'll be pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And is your preferred domain just the paratus.colbridge.com? Is there anything you want in front of it? Because that I can't change and edit. It's really hard. Once we set it up, it's hard coded. So for example, it would just be. I'm going to chat it to you.
What about well, yeah, I think paratus.colbridge would work.
Yeah.
Because you're going to use colbridge.com. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, that has to back end it. So.
Yeah. No, that'll be
okay.
Great.
Okay.
I don't think
everything else can change. Just that one is I don't want to mess it up first time the right time. So.
If that's available, then I think we're pretty set on that one now.
Yeah, I think that's good.
That'll be good.
Okay. All right. I'll get all those set up. I'll get the SIP information over to you. I'll ask Jason for a little more information on the hardware perspective for you as well, and let him know that's something that's that's important to you in terms of using it and white labeling it. And keep in touch with me in terms of how it's going when you test it. I don't know. We could jump on another call if you find something that doesn't make sense. We want to make sure that we're working through anything that might be something that's easy to to get through. Maybe
Easy
it's
to-
user,
Yeah.
easy. Right. We don't want you getting frustrated. It should be fine, but just in case. And then I also need to find out about the changing the speed that it's on too. From the HTTP from the 540 to the 1020, I think. So I'll find out why that didn't save.
We're trying to max it out, basically.
Yeah. So
For this whole, we just want
Right.
to see what happens.
yeah. So
Sure, I did too.
But that's actually an interesting question, Cara. Would it automatically? Does it automatically jump back to a level which it should be able to work over?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you
what
can
I'm
use
thinking. Like,
but I mean, will it automatically fall down to that default of what is it,
540,
unlimited?
yeah, to keep the quality of it, because it may not be able to
Yeah.
handle it. I think that could be
Does it
it.
do-
However,
I mean, could you set it lower than 540? I didn't see now on the settings.
It's probably
I don't.
related to the cameras.
Okay.
I do expect it to be the camera issue that we couldn't change it because we both got the same machines. It seems,
Mhm.
and it's probably related to
the actual camera on there.
yeah. If you had an HD cam, it would probably allow it.
I have my HD. See, I have a 1080p Logitech camera that I'm using right now, so it should allow me to do that. I'm sure this
Okay.
is an easy answer. I just need to get our lead video guy on and see what he says.
Well, then the answer would be interesting then, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, let's give it a whirl.
Yeah, and then we'll see
Yeah.
how things work out, and we can check it out.
All right.
Cara,
That
thanks
sounds
very
good.
much for your time
All right.
today.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
All right. You too. Thanks. It was great to meet you. And
We'll try not call you in the morning because then I think you're still sleeping.
Yeah.
no, I'm normally up really early. It's just I had something scheduled this morning, and I was like, wait, how did that happen? So no, normally I'm up. I'm back from the gym by 7 my time. So any time after that's fine. So no problem.
Okay.
All right. Have a great day.
Appreciate it.
Thanks very much.
Bye.